Hey Cardinals fans, and welcome back to Cardinals Hoops. We had a week filled with some crazy basketball games. And Valerie, we're getting started with this week's women's games. How'd they do?
The women's first game was held this past Saturday against Nicholls State, but they fell short with a score of 66-64 here at UIW. Yvonne Mayosa balled up with 17 points and 9 rebounds. Brianna Williams finished with 15 points and Erica Adams stacked up with 13 points and 2 assists and 2 steals. Teams played an even first half as both teams shot around the same percentage from the field. UIW shot 37% while the Colonels shot 35%. Leanne McCarthy led the Colonels in the scoring with 19 points and 8 of 18 shooting from the field and also added 6 rebounds. Nicholls shot 39% from the field and made 6 of 23s and finished 14 of 19 from the free throw line. After going 14 months without a road win against Division I opponents, the University of the Incarnate Word women's basketball team has now won 3 straight away from home in the Southland Conference. The Cardinals held Nicholls State on Wednesday night 63-61 at Stauffer Gym. The Cardinals shot 41% from the field and made 4 of the 14 from three-point range and were 15 of the 18 from the foul line. Erica Adams led the team with 14 points and 5 rebounds, while Williams finished with 13 points and 8 rebounds while making 7 of the 7 from the foul line. Nicholls shot 35% from the field and made 6 of 21 from the three-point range and were 7 of the 15 at the charity stripe. Taylor Morrison led the team with 17 points and 10 rebounds. Leanne McCarthy again had 13 points and 5 rebounds. Colonels had 5 more rebounds and 3 fewer turnovers than UIW. The key to win next games, the Cardinals have to be more successful on their three-point attempts. They only made 4 of the 12 shots.
Now let's go ahead and rewind back to Saturday when UIW took on the visiting Nicholls Colonels. Now this game went all the way to the wire and UIW ended up taking up the W 68-61. The leading scorers in this game for the Colonels, both with 17, are Liam Thomas and TJ Carpenter. Also, Liam Thomas got into the stat sheet in another big way. He had 6 blocks as well as 9 rebounds. UIW's leading scorer in this one was Mitchell Badillo. He had 19 points. He also had 4 rebounds and 7 assists. Cal Hiddle, right behind him, he had 12 points and he also chimed in with 6 rebounds. Now, I talk about all the time points in the paint really helping teams get W's. Well, in this game, a little bit of a different story. The Colonels, they outscored the Cardinals 32-16 down there on the block. But what helped UIW was the fact that they shot over 50% from behind the three-point line in the second half. When you start getting outside shots like that to go, then that's telling me that the down low block areas, they're starting to open up as these players come out to creep out to guard that three-point line, and which makes it a lot easier to get it down low on the block and really get some points inside the paint. Now let's go ahead and fast forward to Tuesday night's game when UIW took on the 3rd place Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders. Now this game was a wild one throughout. Now the final on this one, UIW 70, A&M Corpus Christi 65. And they dropped to 16-5 and 72 in the Southland Conference. UIW would jump up to 11-8, 6-2 in the Southland Conference. Leading scorer for the Islanders in this one was Rashawn Thomas. He had 22 points, but he had 2 technical fouls that got him ejected from the game. Right behind him was Hamid Ali. He had 14 points and really tried to keep the Islanders in the game after that Rashawn Thomas ejection. Now the leading scorers for the UIW Cardinals with 23 points in this game was Jontrell Walker. Seemed like he got to the paint whenever he wanted to and got easy buckets there for UIW, and actually the one that finished the first half getting a bucket for UIW, which gave him the 1-point lead going into the locker room. Right behind him with 20 points in this game was Derail Green. He also had 3 rebounds and 1 assist. And the reason why I bring it out with Derail Green, having getting involved in other plays in the stat sheet, is because Derail Green, you saw it, and there were stages in this game where he was huffing and puffing. You knew he was giving it all in this game, and also giving it all was the crowd of UIW. They were giving energy to this team, which helped them finish out this game against a very feisty A&M Corpus Christi squad. Now, this game was a toss-up. It could have easily gone either way for these two teams. And I think what honestly really helped UIW, can't stress it enough, was that ejection from Rashawn Thomas. It got the crowd into the game, and it seemed like they're the ones that really rode the tide with UIW to get them the W. Now, Valerie, who do the Cardinals play next?
The women's team will play this Saturday at 2 p.m. when they travel to Lamar University. The game will be shown on ESPN3.
And right after them, the UIW Cardinals will take on the Lamar Cardinals and, well, the annual Battle of the Birds contest between the two Southland Conference teams. Well, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Cardinals Hoops. We'll see you again next week.